What's up? There. Welcome to the Built by Riz 10 Daily Habit Sheets. Okay, so these are the 10 daily habit sheets, daily habits that my clients use, in order for them to get lean and stay lean. Okay, so they do use all 10 of this, okay, 15 of this actually, but what I want you to do is this is going to be like some form of progressive overload. So if you can, try to start with 3 and then add and then once you've done mastered 3, and then add another habit, and then add another habit, and then add another habit until you hit the 10 daily habits. So that's about the 5 bonus habits I'm going to give you. Okay, so we're going to start off with the first one. So first one is very, very important. You need to have a strong reason why. Okay, so you want to make sure that you want to have in your head when you say turn fat loss into a must, not a wish. So it's not like that'd be nice if I lose fat. It's going to be more like I need to lose fat. Okay, the reason why I want to lose fat, you need to understand the reason why. I want to be around for my family. I want to have a healthier life. I'm tired of looking like shit in front of the mirror. I'm tired of being embarrassed taking off my clothes at the swimming pool or by the beach or something like that. So you need to have a strong reason why. Okay, it can be any form of reason, but this reason is the one that is going to keep you going when you don't feel like going out to the gym, when you don't feel like taking care of food, when you want to stress eat. So always refer back to your why. So first thing is write down 5 to 10 reasons, the reason why you need to get lean. Okay, so this will be a clear reason why that will keep you consistent when motivation drops, because motivation is finite. Number 2, hit 30 to 50 grams at every meal. So this is super easy. So this will be an example of how to get 50 grams of protein. So 2 scoops of whey, 40 to 50 grams usually, depending on the brand. 170 grams of chicken. So I do chicken breast. You can take chicken thigh, but please keep in mind that there will be like additional fats on that, so that can sabotage your fat loss goals in the long run. But a healthy mix will be okay. So anywhere between 225 to sometimes up to 240 grams of lean steak, depending on which cuts, and usually about 280 to 300 grams of white fish. So this will get you about 50 grams. So if you're going to use by palm, like, let's say if you use by palm portions, right? So ideally you want to have anywhere between about 2 to 2.5 palms of protein per each meal. That sounds like a lot, yes, but in the long run, this is going to keep you full. This will help you build more energy. Okay, and if you are a female that's watching this, no, it's not gonna get you bulky. What's gonna get you bulky is gonna be excessive amount of calories. But once you get tone, okay, if you want to have that tone look, you need to have like a lean muscle underneath it. If you just lose weight and once you've lost the fat and you don't see the muscle underneath it, you just look skinny fat, and that's not something that we want. So muscle tone and muscle definition is something that you need to have. And how we're going to do this, we're going to make sure that we hit our protein goals. Okay, number 3, also related to looking lean and toned, whether for your guy or girl. So you need to lift weights. Okay, minimum 2. So the sweet number will be 3 to 4 times per week, but minimum is going to be 2. So you want to make sure that you use control tempo and progressive overload. So don't do your reps like when I say control tempo. So let's say, for example, when you do like squats or bench and everything, so say on the way down, you don't just drop and just use momentum. You want to do it in a controlled motion. This will help you with like technique building, will help you with like good motor control. This will help you make sure that you prevent injury or minimize the risk of injury. That's all. Okay. And progressive overload is want to make sure that when you do the workout, if the workout says 10 reps, after 10 reps, you should feel like you have 1 rep left in the tank or 2 reps left in the tank or close to failure. Okay. If you do 10 reps and let's say you do a bench press or a bicep curl, like 3 kg, and you just do 10 reps, but you're lying to yourself. You can do like 15, 20 reps more, or even anything more than 5 reps, so 6 reps, really, you're just going through the motion. You're just making yourself tired. You're not really burning that much calories, barely any, and you're not building muscle. So it's a lose-lose situation. So be honest with yourself. Every workout that you do, make sure that you work close to failure, and then next week you want to do slightly better. Only a few percent better is good enough. Okay. And this, of course, this will help you look great, okay, naked or with your clothes on. Okay, number 4, walk 15K steps per day. This is absolutely a game changer that I've found that when it comes to losing fat. Now, there is a magic, like people always say that, you want to hit like 10K steps per day. 10K steps per day is great, okay, but I find that people who hit 15 up to 20K, this actually strips off the fat so much easier. The reason why I say that is like sometimes we can underestimate the amount of calories that we consume. The hidden oil, or maybe like we have too much sauces inside our food. We didn't even realize it. So this kind of thing acts like a buffer to help you lose that fat. And so far, roughly that I found that if you walk like 1,000 steps, it burns, depending on your weight, it's anywhere between 20 to 30 calories, but it might be more if you're heavier as well. But so this will help you with your calorie output, and walking usually does not impair your recovery. If anything, it enhances your recovery as well, compared to like running, compared to doing like spin classes, compared to doing like HIIT classes, stuff like that. So this and it brings cortisol level down. So it's a win-win-win. So it helps you burn fat, it helps you feel a lot better. It also helps you and walking additional like 15K step, like additional like 5K steps a day helps you buffer with any food that we don't track properly. So try if you're starting out at like 5K, 4K, say, do not walk additional 10K steps a day. Start by adding wherever you're at right now, 5K. Let's say, for example, we're starting at 5, because that's the average of Malaysians walking these days, 4 to 5K. So if you're walking about 4 to 5K a day, so let's try to aim to double of that first. So if you're walking about, say, 4 to 5K, so if you can't aim for double, aim for 2 to 3K steps. So 1K step is roughly about plus minus 10 minutes, depending on how fast you walk. So if you are walking about 5K steps per day, try to get additional 20 to 30 minute steps per day. So that will be about 2,000 to 3,000 additional at a leisurely pace. This is a leisurely pace. If you walk like a bit faster, you can get more than 2,000 to 3,000 in 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, but this is a good start because once you this is one of the reasons, secret of keeping the fat off as well, even after the fat loss phase. So once let's say what we do with my clients is that after we end the fat loss phase, we increase the calories, but we still keep the step relatively high. Not as high when they were losing fat, but relatively high. Okay, so this is also going to be like a shift in identity, where it's not going to be the same of how you started, how it got you fat. So one of the reasons why you got your fat is probably because you're sedentary. Your calorie output is just not as much as your calorie input, or maybe it's a lot less than your calorie input usually. So this will be your new shift, and it's not a complete change in identity, but your new 2.0 version of you will be someone who keeps their step count relatively high. Okay, and longevity will be great as well. This will keep your cardiovascular health at a high point, and it will keep the fat off as well. So it's a win-win-win. Okay, so number 5 is not exactly something that I do personally, because I like to eat whatever I feel like eating, usually, even during a fat loss phase. So I just plan around it. But some people find that they need a fixed order. So they're old school of having a cheat day or a cheat meal. It's something that will help them out psychologically. And so someone like me who tracks their calories, it's easier to manage. So we don't need a cheat day or a cheat meal. Okay, but this one, if you need like a cheat meal, okay, never have a cheat day. So plan one weekly cheat meal that will, like the pressure has been building on throughout the whole week. You've been consistent. You've been eating clean. You've been eating a low calorie. So maybe on one day, you're gonna have like one of your favorite foods, but you want to make sure that it's a meal. So an example, if you want to have like that double cheeseburger from Carl's Jr., for example, that's an example. But you want to make sure that that's the only thing you're gonna have. So maybe like very little fries or none at all, and definitely no sugary drinks. Okay, so how we're gonna do this? You're gonna make sure that you work together with your coach, or if you're figuring it out by yourself, you're gonna make sure that in that 1 week, there's going to be a calorie target you want to hit. So if it's 2,000 calories a day, so that means you have 14,000 calories. So you want to make sure that cheat meal is still within that 14,000 calories target. If you exceed that, then you're no longer in a calorie deficit. Then you just negated that fat loss in that week. So plan accordingly. Number 6, you want to make sure that you can. Okay, this is what we call intermittent fasting. So also known as time-restricted eating on social days. So this is a great strategy that I use for myself, that I use for my clients, when they want to lose fat, or they have an event. So let's just say, for example, you have a big event dinner that night. Okay, well, maybe it's a wedding dinner. Then you don't want to control as much, or you don't know how to track. So what we'll do is we're gonna allocate an X amount of calories. So let's say, for example, your calorie target on that day, again, let's just say you need to be in a calorie deficit, you're going to be at 1,005. So what we're going to do is we're going to allocate anywhere between 800 to 1,000 calories for that dinner itself. So during the day, we are going to start with either intermittent fasting. So that means we are not going to have breakfast at all the way up to maybe 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Okay. So what's going to keep you going is going to be like probably coffee, 0-calorie drinks, stuff like that, 0-calorie carbonated drinks. So that's something that can keep you going. And then you're going to start the day with like some like lean protein, like chicken breast and veggies only. So that's anything that's 500 calories or 600 calories max or less. Then you're going to leave the rest of the calories throughout the whole day. Now, I want to say this, okay? Some people can find this approach sustainable, but based on my experience, this is not a sustainable approach. Okay, so this is a strategy to employ on busy days like this, because like I mentioned earlier, in 1 week there's going to be like a certain weekly calorie target that you need to hit. So this will help you stay within that calorie target, because even if you eat like a fucker for dinner, it's completely fine, because you've reserved the calorie from earlier part of the day, so that's completely fine. So that is a strategy that you can do, but do this too often, it might lead to binge eating. It might lead to what do you call this, like unsustainable way of doing this. But some people can manage. It might be you, might not be you. Give it a go. Okay, but based on my own experience, this is better used as a strategy on a case-to-case basis, on a, let's say, on a week-to-week basis, or kind of thing. So use it like a reverse cheat day. Okay, so if you have like one cheat meal in 1 week, so then you have this is what I call it, a reverse cheat day or cheat meal, not cheat day. Okay, yes, moving on. So number 7, extremely important, you need to sleep at least 7 hours or more each night. So sleep can make or break a fat loss phase, and when we don't get enough sleep, what tends to happen is that as a guy, our testosterone level starts to go down. As a female, our estrogen, as a female, your estrogen level will go a bit haywire. And let's not talk about let's talk about also about your gremlin, your leptin. So gremlin is a hormone that is responsible for you to feel hungry. Leptin, the hormone that's responsible for you to feel full. These are gonna go haywire as well. You're gonna constantly feel hungry. You're not gonna be full. So it's a lose-lose situation as well. Yeah, cortisol level is gonna be high, and when cortisol level is high, again, ghrelin's going to go haywire. And on top of that, we tend to very likely to store more visceral fat, especially around the waist area. So one of the things that we have found that when people sleep 7 or more, even without changing their food, they start to reduce their belly fat. Okay, so if you want to make sure that you are successful, you need to get 7 hours or more each night. Find a fucking way. Wear blue light glasses. Stop playing with your phone. If that's your only way of winding down, dude, just find another way. You like read a book. Make sure that you sleep at the AC anywhere between 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. When there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so fix your morning sunlight. Make sure you stop having caffeine 10 hours before you sleep. Okay, and make sure the best way is don't have a screen time 1 hour before you sleep. Okay. Try it. Just try it. Just try. If you cannot do your calorie deficit, fix your fucking sleep first. 7 hours or more, you will see magic. Okay. Number 8, drink 2 to 3 liters of water daily. For some fucking reason, right? Where I stay in Malaysia is hot, and I don't know where you are staying where you're watching this, but most people find it extremely difficult to get 2 liters of water, and sometimes they just drink 500 ml in 1 liter and just go, oh, I drank a lot of water. That's bullshit. Okay. So you need to drink a lot of water. So this will help you curb your appetite, and this will actually help you shed extra water weight as well. Okay. Funny enough, being dehydrated makes you look watery. Okay, so we don't want that. So drink anywhere between, okay, if you're working out, drink about 3 liters or more. If you're not working out as much, 2 liters to 3 liters per day is a good number to aim for. All right. Okay, number 9, a good habit to have. Make sure that you weigh yourself every single morning. So after you, the moment you wake up, you go to pee, do your number 2 or whatever. But immediately after that, before you drink water, before you consume anything, weigh yourself. So this will help you have a trend, have a data that we can that you can see. So some days going to be up, some days going to be down, but you'll see the trend, whether it's the trend's going down or the trend's going up. So then with this data, you're able to adjust the food, adjust the steps. Okay, so if you, whether it's going up or if it's going down too fast, then we know we can adjust the food and steps accordingly as well. Okay. All right. So number 10, the easiest one. Okay, so I have my go-to 5 to 10. Okay, it says I put here 5 to 10. Some people need more than 5. So I personally just say when I'm in a fat loss phase, I just keep to 5 go-to meals that I really fucking enjoy. That's low calories as well. So it could be a chicken rice, could be steak, something that you can consistently eat without getting bored. Okay, so because the reason why it's here is because the less decision fatigue that you have, the easier it's going to be. So less decision stress that you have. Okay, so you want to make sure that you choose options that hit the protein goals. Make sure that it hits your your daily culture, your daily lifestyle. Make sure it satisfies your cravings. Okay, so you don't feel restricted. So if you like ice cream, you need ice cream. Maybe find a substitute with a protein ice cream. Okay, there's always a way. You can always drop me a DM and we'll figure out an option together as well. Okay, this is a 5 bonus since you are watching this. Okay, so number 1, first one, start the day with 30 grams of protein shake. So earlier I mentioned about, you want to make sure that have heavy meals about 30 to 50 grams, right? Okay, so this is a game changer. Like for people who say, I don't have breakfast in the morning, I don't want to have breakfast in the morning, but just by making an additional shift like this, by having like 1 scoop, 1.5 scoop, or 2 scoops a day, it can see like from like after a few weeks, you can see that you have better energy, you have you feel a lot stronger as well, especially working out in the gym, and you feel a lot less hungrier. So I'm talking about people who intermittent fast. Okay, but if you're intermittent fasting and you're still not seeing a result, nothing wrong with giving this a go. Okay, clearly whatever you're doing is not working. So try out this way. This is wonders for me and my clients. I start the day with 50 grams of protein shake. Sometimes I have blueberries or fruit, but I like when you start the day with 50 grams, you just don't need to think, okay, the rest of the protein goes throughout the whole day. It's so much easier to hit as well. Okay, so what do you call this? Okay, so number 2, sorry, 12, number 2 bonus again, or the 12th one. Okay, so this is more like stress management. So you want to make sure that you do like a 5-minute breathing or reset each afternoon. So this will help you lower your stress hormones, and when you are not as stressed, your cortisol level is a bit down, this will cut the urge of snacking. Okay, but yeah, so try this as well. It can start at 5 minutes. So there's something called a Calm app as well. You can give it a go. It might sound a bit funny, but just give it a go. Let's see, you'll be surprised. Okay, 13, or the third bonus. Hit at least 25 grams of fiber daily. Yes, okay. This, for if you're a female, 25 grams is minimum. For guys, 35 grams is minimum. But, on average, people don't even get 10 sometimes. So try to start with 25 grams to 35 grams. Those are a good number. So this will help you feel full. On top of that, if you're in a calorie deficit, the micronutrients is going to be helpful for your health as well. So, and your gut health is going to thank you. So make sure you hit at least 25 grams. So number 14, if you are drinking alcohol, for the love of God, you can have alcohol while you are dieting, but the best result is going to have from 0. But if you need alcohol, have at least only 2. Okay, so when you have alcohol in your body, your liver is working to detoxify your body, because alcohol essentially is poison. And while your body has alcohol inside, one of the things that it's not building muscle, is not prioritizing losing fat. It's prioritizing detoxing you. So a lot of catabolism is going on during that time. So you want to make sure that you, although that is fucking high calories, okay, and it's like zero macronutrient. So I mean, I don't say zero macro, but zero macro that is helping you, like protein. It's not even a healthy fat. Okay, anyways, keep it try to cap it at 2. I have clients who can still drink in a fat loss phase as well, but they know when to cap it, and it's more like a seasonal thing. Not, I won't say seasonal, more like an occasional thing. But if you need to have drink every day, and I don't think you're ready for a fat loss yet. You might need it because you can lose a bit of fat in the beginning. Eventually, you will start to stop. Unless you are willing to sacrifice in other ways, like increasing your daily step to an extremely high count and have a lower amount of calories on the other days, it's just not worth it. The ROI is just not worth it. It's not impossible. Okay, and 15. This is going to be great, where like every Sunday you have a planning session. So what you're going to have for groceries, what you're going to have for the next few days, or maybe in one whole week. So if you plan your meal, if you remove that decision fatigue, it's going to make your life so much easier. And and you want to review your weight trend as well. You want to schedule your workout. Okay. So when you plan ahead, it removes the guesswork. And when you remove the guesswork, guess what happens? It's a lot easier for you to follow the plan. Once you follow the plan consistently, that's when the result comes in. Okay. All right. So hopefully this video has helped you. And if you have any more questions, just drop me a DM and we'll see how I can help you out. If you're looking to lose about anywhere with 5 to 15 kg in the next 90 days, I'm your guy. Reach out to me with the word BBR and I'll see if I can help. Bye-bye.